This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 14. For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord, as the waters cover the sea. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai is his son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Radash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai's sake. I'm Brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp. And yes, the reason why I brought out the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 14, is that I came across this article today by The Express. They're reporting how archaeologists out in our homeland, discovered a broken jar, and they put it together, and it read the name of the Saul's son, who was king over Israel when there was infighting between the house of Judah and Israel, when King David was king over Judah and King Saul's son Ishbosheth was king over Israel, and there was division and fighting. And so they found a jar that had Ishbosheth's name on it, which reminded me of Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 14, because this is the knowledge of the Lord being revealed in these times, because we're at the end, which goes to show you that the nation of Israel, the 12 tribes, that's true biblical events. Those events happened. All right, the Bible has the record of it, and these artifacts are the proof that the Bible is real. It's the truth, and this is why we go so hard, all right, preaching the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, because when we find these articles, it's a really big faith booster. It stimulates our faith. It boosts our belief. Okay, and that's why we go so hard for this truth, because the Bible is real. It's the truth. It is real. We are the nation of Israel. Okay, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right, are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites, as well as the Israelite foreigners that are scattered among the nations that look like the other nations. So let's go into this article. I don't want to make this lesson too long. I just want to, bring certain key points out from this article. And, of course, I'm going to bring out the account of 2 Samuel chapter 4 of, just to back what this article is saying. Or really, it's this article backing what the Bible is saying, because the Bible is the truth. No book can mate with this. Let me get that scripture. I'm done with this. No book. Isaiah 34 and 16. Seek ye out the book of the Lord and read. And that's the problem. Majority of our people, they do not like reading. Okay? They want to be told how to think. All right? They don't like reading the words of the Lord. They just want to be zombies. Okay? No one of these shall fail. None shall want her mate. Right? So no book could compare to the Bible. Okay? You can't mesh any book to the Bible. Right? The Bible trumps all other books. Okay? For my mouth it hath commanded, and his spirit it hath gathered them. Right? And these words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is gathering the elect. All right? The chosen. The true believers. So I just wanted to bring that out. So let's get into this article. It's from the Express. Archaeologists solve 10 BC puzzle with link to Israel king murder during King David's reign. Right. Ishbosheth was murdered by his two captains, okay, who were men pleasers. And he'll go into it. All right. After Abner died, and Abner was the captain, the chief captain for Saul. All right, so it says, not all archaeological treasures survive to the modern era in one piece. And this is true of a 10th century BC jar found in central Israel, which is our homeland. All right, you have imposters in there right now. An excavation at the archaeological site of Kerbet, Qayafa, have unearthed the fragments of a Sumeric jar inscribed with ancient Canaanite script. Right, that's just code word for ancient Paleo-Hebrew. I got it right here. So this is what they saw, all right? They saw ancient Paleo-Hebrew on that broken jar. This is ancient Paleo-Hebrew. They like to call it Canaanite, ancient Canaanite sometimes, all right? So this is what they saw at the top right here. Archaeologists have dated the object to the time of King David before Israel was split between the southern kingdom of Judah and the northern kingdom of Israel. Right, and see, that's the thing. You so-called Christians, all right, you plantation Christians, you Christianism, all right, you like to negate, all right, this important history, all right? You like to omit this, especially here in Babylon the Great, like individuals like Vocab Malone, all right? Because, hey, all right, this is very important about the tribes, about the history, the split, okay? Because those descendants from that time period are here today, walking the earth, okay? And that's why, you plantation Christians, man, every day you're being found out to be liars, okay, and deceivers, all right? And a bunch of maniacs. You're sociopaths, all right? And the Lord's going to put you down. Unfortunately, the discovery posed something of a challenge because the jar was completely smashed to bits and pieces. But once the pieces were put together, the jar's inscription revealed a startling link to the past, revealing a named shard with the tragically murdered king. I mean, they say Ishbosheth because they put in that Yiddish in there, but it's really Ishbosheth. Okay. The Israel Antiquities Authority explained in a recent Facebook post, any puzzle masters in the audience, this post is dedicated to you. Right, because this was a big puzzle, all right, to put together, and they did. And that was all done through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai, all right, so that this article could be written so that, okay, those that truly believe, like myself, can see it and do a lesson on it, okay? Because really, you heathens, all right, especially you 1948ers in our land, when you do all these archaeological findings, you're really just, all right, helping our cause, okay? The scriptures talk about who can do what you can do nothing against the truth but for the truth. You know what? I don't want to damage it because you're really helping our cause, which is this truth. Like, who are the chosen people? Who are the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob? Okay? Second Corinthians 13:8. For we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. Right. All right? Because every time you don't bring out these artifacts, these archaeological findings, okay, you're helping our truth, whether you acknowledge it or not. Okay? You're helping our cause. Hey, thank you very much for digging in there. All right? In fact, it says, well, let me read right here. There is no better feeling than piecing together puzzle pieces until the complete picture is revealed. In fact, this was the exact case of we had a few years back with a rare find from the time of King David. Right, so they're all finding artifacts from the time of King David. Okay, and of course, here's an image. This is the broken jar that they're putting together. And here's an image. Obviously, this is iconoclasm right here. Okay, because these were all, okay, dark people. This image should be dark. They should have woolly hair. Okay, they should be dark. But you can see the two captains, all right, being men pleasers, killing Ishbosheth. And we're going to get it. We're going to get it. That's it. That's pretty much what I wanted to bring out. So let's get to the account. All right, so we're going to go. So 2 Samuel chapter 4 and 5. And the sons of Ramon, the Beerothai, Rechab, and Baanah went and came about the heat of the day to the house of Ishbosheth. Right, and when you go into the word Ishbosheth in the Hebrew, it's Ayah-Shabashath. Ayah-Shabashath. Yeah, Shath. All right, and which means man of shame. Surviving son of Saul, king of Israel for 7 years while David was king over Judah, succeeded by David, who united the kingdom. Right, because how did this come to be? Well, we're going to see it. 6, and they came. So back to 5. And the sons of Ramon the Beerothite, Rechab and Baanah, went and came about the heat of the day to the house of Ishbosheth, or in the Hebrew, Ayah-Bashath, who lay on a bed at noon. 6, and they came thither into the midst of the house as though they would have fetched wheat. All right, so they were being deceiving. They were acting like they were going to get wheat within the king's house. And they smote him under the 5th rib, and Rechab and Baanah his brother escaped. 7, for when they came into the house, he lay on his bed in his bedchamber, and they smote him and slew him and beheaded him, and took his head and got them away through the plain all night. Right. So they killed this man in his bed. All right, it's pretty wicked. 8, and he was a king. All right, he didn't get. There was no battle. He got killed while he was in his bed. 8, and they brought the head of Ishbosheth unto David to Hebron, and said to the king, Behold, the head of Ishbosheth, the son of Saul, thine enemy, which sought thy life. And the Lord hath avenged my lord, the king, this day of Saul and of his seed. All right, so now this is what King David said, because King David is going to cut them right now. 9, and David answered Rechab and Baanah, his brother, the sons of Ramon, the Beerothite, and said unto them, As the Lord liveth, who hath redeemed my soul out of all adversity? Right, okay? It's of the Lord who redeems my soul out of adversity. Who are you two? Basically, the King David was saying, it's of the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob who delivers me out of my soul from the adversity. Right, so now let me go to a song from King David. This is the book of Psalm at 31, just to back that up. 31 and 7. I will be glad and rejoice in thy mercy, for thou hast considered my trouble. Thou hast known my soul in adversity. Okay? Wait, let me start at 6. I have hated them that regard lying vanities, right? And those two those two captives, they were in their vanities, and they were very deceptive. Okay, they went in there to act like they were getting wheat, and they killed, all right, Ishbosheth on his bed. But I trust in the Lord, right? And what was the thing? These individuals were men pleasers because they wanted to please King David. Okay, that was it. They wanted to have eyes, and what's known as an men pleaser or eye service. 7. I will be glad and rejoice in thy mercy, for thou hast considered my trouble. Thou hast known my soul in adversities. 8. And hast not shut me up into the hand of the enemy, that has set my feet in a large room. Right. So, this is a song from King David saying the Lord is the one, okay, that shows mercy and gets, okay, me out of trouble. All right. That's why them two captains were going off. And that's why King David said that. 10. And when one told me, saying, Behold, Saul is dead, thinking to have brought good tidings, I took hold of him and slew him in Ziklag, who thought that I would have given him a reward for his tidings. Right, and this is when the stranger Amalekite comes in and gives a message to King David saying, hey, King Saul was injured in battle, and then I ended up killing him and taking the crown and giving it to you. And then King David said, You touched the Lord's anointed, and King David was unhappy that a heathen, all right, killed, all right, King Saul, all right, and so he put him to death. He slew him, all right, because a heathen is not supposed to touch the apple of the Lord's eye, all right. That's why you heathens, you're gonna get judged, man. All right, this is deadly serious. You touching the Lord's and chosen, the Lord's people, okay. Yeah, you may shoot a 2/3, but guess what? That's still the Lord's chosen. You still have to pay for that, bucko. 11. How much more when wicked men have slain a righteous person in his own house upon his bed? Right, because the man was sleeping on his bed, and you don't smote him. Shall I not therefore now require his blood of your hand and take you away from the earth? There you go. All right, that's a righteous judgment. 12. And David commanded his young men, and they slew them and cut off their hands and their feet and hanged them up over the pool in Hebron. But they took the head of Ishbosheth and buried it in the sepulchre of Abner in Hebron. Right, and Abner, all right, was the one to stop the civil war, okay, because he was the chief captain of Ishbosheth's army. Okay, he was in fact the one that put Ishbosheth in place over Saul, and then he was, I forgot, there was I got to get back into it, but there was an issue between Ishbosheth and Abner dealing with women, and so that was vexed his spirit and said to King David, let's stop this beef. All right, let's unite all the tribes, okay? And then Abner got killed by Joab, because Joab wanted vengeance for Abner killing his one of his brothers. But the point is, hey, this is you clearly see the history, all right, of our forefathers, okay? And these events did happen, and that's why this should inspire and compel our people, you so-called Negroes, Latino, Native Americans, or the true biblical Hebrew Israelites, to seek the Lord now, okay? His knowledge is being shown throughout the earth, okay? His glory, his power. These artifacts should uplift you and be like, yeah, man, I need to get back into my heritage, my culture. I need to seek the Lord, man. To hell with this world. We got the kingdom of heaven coming when Yahushua comes. Yahushua is going to return. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I know I was a little bit over the place, but Lord willing, I was able to put it together, connect the dots. Oh yeah, and you know what? And this is to individuals that want to be man pleasers. This is an example of why not to be a man pleaser, because they wanted a reward. All right, they want to be from King David, thinking that they will get their good grace in King David's eyes, and that's not the case. Ephesians 6:5, servants, be obedient to them that your masters according to the flesh, with fear and trembling, in singleness of your heart, as unto Hamashiach, Yahushua. 6, not with eye service as man pleasers, but as the servants of Yahushua, doing the will of the Most High from the heart. And that's really what it is. Do it from the heart, okay? For Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. When you take these, when you read our history, all right, these stories, which are true, it should give you an understanding of how to walk in these last days. Okay, you're supposed to do the work of the Lord, all right, because that's the thing to do, all right, not because you want to be seen of men and be men pleasers. So that was just wanted to bring that out. So Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. As you can see, our history is real. These 1948ers, these heathens are digging up our past, which is uplifting our spirit. All right, this is a spiritual boost, a spiritual faith. And yeah, just goes to show you, we are those people. We are the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right, this is our history book. The Bible was written by Israelites for Israelites. And we have a Savior coming, Yahushua, and he's going to deliver, all right, those that truly believe. All right, and we're going to enter the kingdom of heaven, and we're going to rule over these heathens as it was intended to be. And with that, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushua, Ba'ashim, Rakak Radash, Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who ruled well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And citation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai's sake. Love you, brothers. Keep enduring. Keep the faith. As you can see, we're almost out of here. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep going. To the few sisters that are watching, keep studying. Keep praying. Shalom and Abad Babal Shalom.